Welcome to Sober.Coffee, a weekly coffee chat sharing experience, strength, and hope for anyone on the sober road to recovery. You can download Sober.Coffee weekly on all podcast platforms and check us out on Instagram at Sober.Coffee Podcast and on Twitter at Sober.Coffee Pod. To learn more about us and to help support these sessions, visit online at Sober.Coffee. Here are your hosts, two guys on their own path to recovery, Mike and Glenn. Let's join them at the coffee shop.
Fa la 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 la. You knew I was going to come up with some.
You know what I thought it was going to be? Ho,
What?
ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. No, yep, we're going with fa la 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 this year.
Merry Christmas, brother.
Yeah, how about it, right? It crept up on us.
Oh, my gosh. I tell you know, where this year has gone, I just can't even describe.
Yeah.
Just amazing. Just kind of hold on and maximize every day, maximize every minute, as much as you can. But, man, I love Christmas.
I know. It's for me, my memories are that it was like a one-day event. Now it seems like it's a month-long event, doesn't it?
Well, I've always, I have always, started Christmas probably the week before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Just get, and I love the holidays. It's my favorite time of the year. Mm-hmm. From the second week of November
yeah.
all the way through the first week of January. And I just love the feeling. I think the world changes during that period of time, and it's a better world.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the music, the songs, the bringing people together for the most part. I just like it, and I've always have. I love being very purposeful. We've got tickets to go see things with the family and just spend time together, and it's great. So I know Thanksgiving you have at your house. What do you do for Christmas?
Christmas we have, so Thanksgiving is the whole extended family.
Like 30 people,
Mike's
right.
family, right. But then Christmas we hunker down with just my kids, their significant others, and the grandkids.
So you have
And
12?
Yeah, about 11, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really nice. We do a nice Christmas Eve dinner, and then spend the day the next morning. We try and stay under one roof, but if we have to drive around a little bit, we get back together the following day. And then I hit the road for my respite, my annual respite down to Florida. So it's kind of, there's an abrupt end to my story, yes.
So do you stop at noon on Christmas Day, or do you stop the next day?
No, about, we pretty much, well, it's funny you ask that. We used to extend out to post-Christmas shopping, and that, thank goodness, that little tradition is out the window now. So we wrap up around Christmas, around dinner time, where I think we're kind of getting back to normal.
And then you take off the next day.
Take off the next day, yeah.
Driving, right?
Yes.
You drive down?
Love the
Yeah.
drive. Love the drive.
Yeah, no, that's great, man.
Yeah.
We have in the past, Christmas afternoon, we pack up and fly and go skiing.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a little different this year. We're going after New Year's. Okay. No, it's just, a time of coming together as family. We're a very busy family, just like you, all across the country, all across the world. And we come together, and it's really cool. And, I'm just amazed. These holidays are different when you're sober.
Yeah.
They're just different.
Well, they are absolutely. Hey, I want to do something a little different today.
Uh-oh.
All right. So we're broadcasting from Audiohive, and we have for 5 years now been out here. And Brian's been our faithful engineer, keeping us live, keeping us plugged in.
Are we going to sing him a Christmas carol or something?
Well, kind of no. What I want to do is pull him in and spend a couple of minutes, because I think Christmas time is a time for family, but it's also time for friends, associates that, and I consider Brian a friend. He's been with us on our journey for 5 years.
You can almost say he's part of our family.
He is, right? Exactly. Hey, Brian, can you go live?
I'm live.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Brian. So I remember years ago, and this must have been our first Christmas episode we did, and I remember, I think that was about the last time you really chimed in. And I'd like
Was my mic actually recording that time?
Yes, your mic was recording that time. It's funny, the painter's house always needs painting. Every time I want Brian to be live, he's like, but I'm not. I got to plug it into something else. But how you doing, Brian? Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
And So things have changed over the past 5 years. I think Glenn and I have changed. When we used to come in, I think you remember, Brian, we'd have notes and prepared and everything. Now we come in with, a cup of coffee and a donut.
Coming in hot.
What kind of changes have you seen in us over the last couple of years? And tell us kind of a little bit about your being part of this 3-person team that queues up a coffee every week.
Changes in you guys. You guys are pretty rock solid.
Pretty consistent. Wait,
Yeah,
is that in a good way, Brian, or a bad way?
That's a C word.
It's a good way. Like you don't just not show up, Glenn. Thank you. Because that happens to me sometimes, know.
God, that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, maybe you're a little fewer notes and stuff. But I can't really say I've seen like a huge change. I'm trying to think.
Do you think the content suffers with less preparation?
No, I don't think so. I think there's definitely been an evolution, because I remember, when you first started, it's like, okay, we've gone through the 12 steps.
Yeah, now what do we do? Right, exactly.
Now it's life.
Yeah, it was at that time I wish there was 195 steps.
Right. Well, it's when we started out, when we sat at that dinner.
Yeah, right.
And Brian, you were not at that dinner, but when we started at dinner, we were like, okay, what are we going to talk about? I mean, we literally said that out loud, and we're like, well, Mike, you have your story, I have my story. That's 2 sessions,
right?
I mean, we literally listed them out, and then we're like, hey, there's 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. Let's do an episode on each step, right?
Right.
And then we had a brainchild. Hey, why don't we bring somebody in?
Right.
So,
but Brian, you've been with us the whole way, and I know Christmas meant something to you. I think I remember talking a couple of years ago. Christmas means something different to everybody. I've got great memories of Christmas. I got really some tragic memories of Christmas, usually brought on by myself in my later years. I think I told the story before. Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, but there used to be a thing called layaway, and you put your toys on layaway. And this is funny now. I don't think my wife still laughs about it, but I laugh about it now. But she had put all through the whole holiday season, put the toys on layaway, and then sent me and my sister out to pick them up. And Kmart closed at like 3:30 on Christmas Eve. Well, no one told us that.
Yeah.
They just said pick them up. I mean, who thought the world would shut down at 3:30 on Christmas Eve?
And you were drinking.
So, we were just out at a bar drinking, and so I found myself at Walgreens and 7-Eleven buying gifts, and
Oof.
yeah. Any ever tragic moments like that for you, Brian? Or would you say
nothing that rough?
No, yeah, that was pretty rough. Yeah. Ooh, really, Mike? That's uncomfortable. Yeah, that's bad.
No, I think I've been fortunate. I really haven't had any Christmas disasters. I've had some pretty anticlimactic, especially lately. My family is all over the country and moved around. So the last few years have really just been kind of me and my wife. Sometimes we'll go visit some of her family, but actually now I'm thinking about it too. It's seldom actually on Christmas Day if we do get together.
Sure.
It seems like it's been close family, and actually now that I'm thinking about it, Thanksgiving, we go to her aunt's house, and I see a bunch of family, and it's all her side of the family,
right.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty thankful. I've had, pretty good Christmases. My dad and my grandma used to put a lot into Christmas.
Right.
They're both passed away now, but
so you kind of pick up on that and carry that torch.
Yeah.
So
my wife's really not into Christmas either. So,
what's her holiday?
She's not really into holidays in general.
All right. Well, is she into Brian?
Yeah.
All right. Good. That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
So question for you. Now, you're not on the sober path, but you've spent 5 years with us as we've talked about the sober path, its rewards and everything. Do you think you have enough in you to provide some hope for the listener, just based on the fact you've listened on the outskirts for 5 years? What do you think our message is? What do you think people that are sober, curious, or just at the beginning of this stage, what would your advice be, given your relationship with us and what you've learned over the past 5 years?
I think the one thing that came to mind immediately is the one day at a time that you guys mentioned, and I have a friend right now who I don't know if I think maybe he's admitted, that he has a problem that he
First
wants
step.
to get better.
Sure.
And so he's doing like these little stints,
Sure.
and I think I've told him, I've sent him a link to the podcast too, and I told him like, hey man, one day at a time, and that's like the biggest thing.
Isn't it? I think that's
Yeah.
good for somebody on the sober path. I think it's good for the world too. Sometimes we just try and take on too much when really just take on today, right?
Oh no,
he's a big planner. He thinks about the future a lot.
Yeah, that'll
and
crush you. I mean, that's just it's almost like in business, right? You got your 5-year plan. You
Right.
spend all your McKinsey, Booz Allen consultants to do your 5-year plan, and I mean, it's really. I mean, it simplifies, and hey, I'm in business, and I got 3-year, 5-year plans. I get it,
Sure.
right? Directionally, but you know what? I mocked all those people when COVID came around, and every single 5-year plan was
Went out the window.
worthless.
Yeah, worthless.
Right. So, the way my learning from that is, you can plan all you want, and then life comes, right? And you can never predict life. You can never predict COVID. But that's where the day at a time puts it in such a small chunk. You can predict the day. In page 86 says, upon awakening, you plan your day, right? And I just think it's great. And I think over time, the one day at a time, it just eliminates a lot of the bullshit, a lot of the mental gymnastics. So Brian, I'm cheering for your bud, man. That's the sober curious, the people that are trying to figure it out,
Yeah, and he's not, and for him, I think it's coming from, a personal health. I think he's getting older. He's starting to, just not feel good about his body and stuff.
Yep.
And he just knows. He knows where it's coming from.
Right.
And then the other thing I would say is, like, people just try going to a meeting.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
I think there's probably some of that too. Like, I can handle it all myself. I got this. I'm good. I can do it. And it's like, go talk to somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got this is probably the worst thought.
Yeah, I got this.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
But let's talk about that for a second, because we're in your studio, surrounded by all kinds of technology. But were you all self-taught, or did you go to a meeting of audio? Right? I mean, you get help putting your stuff together, right?
I never formally went to school or anything,
Right.
but it's like, okay, self-taught. And then whenever possible, if I'm around somebody that knows something, try to learn something from them. And I occasionally go to, conventions, workshops, that kind of stuff. I still do. So it's like I'm pretty solid on the audio stuff, but I'm really trying to teach myself better videography and photography. So I go to workshops, I go to classes and stuff whenever they come around, and it's somebody that I'm interested in learning from.
Yep, there we go. That's AA. I mean, they're available all over the place. You learn. I mean, if it's not just a check off, if I just go to check off I've been to a meeting, then I'm going to get what I put into it. But if I go there saying, I know something's going to be said in this room today that's going to make my life better, and I'm paying attention, I'm guaranteed a nugget. Well,
it's just like, one of my favorite sayings is, you don't learn how to ride a bike at a seminar, right? You got to get on the bike.
Right.
You've got to get in the pool. It's really hard to sit back and buy a book off of Amazon about how to get sober. I mean, you've just got to get in. And Brian's got a poster up here, and it reminds me of people in sobriety. It says, some people want it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That was me.
Right.
Some people wish it would.
Mm-hmm. That was me.
And then others make it happen.
Right.
And I think the people in sobriety that make it happen are the people that, surrender, right? And say, hey, I can't fix this problem with the same brain that created it. I mean, I'm amazed, Brian, at I've got this.
Right.
And I'm amazed at it because I have said it. Mm-hmm. I remember I was staring at the Colorado mountains, the Rocky Mountains, after a week-long conference, I was on the balcony outside, fresh air, talking to my sponsor, and I was on a high. And I'm like, I've got this. Mm-hmm. And I relapsed. After 13 months, I drank all the way home on the plane. Disastrous relapse. And you know what? I don't have this. Right. We don't have this. No. And if you think you can figure this out yourself, good luck.
Right.
You know, because it will keep getting worse until you land up in hell and die. Mm-hmm. Or in jail, and you'll wish you were dead, right? It just does. I mean, once you cross that line somewhere, it just gets worse and worse. But, you know, for those that go to a meeting, go to another meeting. Right. You're not going to like the first meeting. You're not going to like the second meeting. You may not like the 500th meeting. Doesn't matter. That's where the magic happens.
Hey, do those cost anything?
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
So just go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's your risk?
But yet, right? I'm amazed, and I'm not mocking these people, but I'm amazed the sober coach reached out to me from the world of social media, and she's like, you should really join my sober community. I'm like, I'm doing a lot of things right now. I don't really have the bandwidth. And she goes, no, I really deliver value. I'm like, well, tell me what your program looks like. And she goes, well, it's, for a month, and it's this and it's this, and I text you every week, and we have one-on-one phone call. I'm like, what's the cost? I mean, in AA, people do that shit for free.
Right.
But it was like $389.
Wow.
And I'm like, forget you, man.
Right.
Like, Brian, you're right. It is free. And hey, if you feel blessed, you feel loved, throw $1 in. Right? I mean,
they do pass a basket, Brian. And the verbiage used when the basket's going around is, if you can support AA in any way, that's great. Give $1. If you can't, keep coming back. That's what's most important.
And they even say, if you need $1, take $1.
Yeah, right. I've said that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. Such a giving. But I tell you what, you cannot learn how to ride a bike by reading a book. You've got to get in the game. You can't learn how to swim by reading a book. You got to get in the pool. You've got to stay in the pool. It's just how it works.
Yep. Brian, what's your plans for this Christmas?
I don't know yet.
Okay. You know what? You're living in the moment. You let it kind of roll out in front of you.
I'll tell you what, and sometimes that's how the best things roll.
Right.
Sometimes the best laid plans, man, are just not have plans and just be real and be present in the moment. Speaking of present, I love Christmas. I love, what's changed about me? I love giving presents. I don't like getting them anymore.
Oh, I know, right?
I used
agree.
to give them, and I love to get them.
Yeah.
Now I could care less about getting them. In fact, I don't want them.
No.
But on the flip side, just like, we do stuff for guys in our group, right? And they want to donate money. I'm like, dude, I don't need your money, but that's their way to give, right? So you got to be open to that.
Yep.
I mean, it's
well, that's the thing.
all kinds of crazy stuff.
That's part of my kids love getting stuff for me. You're right. I don't need. There's nothing I need. I mean, zero. There's nothing I desire. I've got everything right now that I never even imagined I would have, and yet they want to give me something more, and I have to appreciate their desire.
I know. I love it because my wife, we have this shopping trip planned, and she's all into it. She goes, what are you going to buy? Like, what do you need? What are you going to buy? I said, nothing. I'm like, I need nothing. I want nothing.
Right.
Like, I'm going to go to this beautiful mall and walk around. Maybe I'll get a hot chocolate.
Right.
Maybe. Right. I'm like, but that was so, I mean, like I forget the exact number, 252 Ralph Lauren shirts lined up in a closet.
Right.
I had them all named. Right. I mean, that's an illness.
That's right.
Right now, man, I pull out this, T-shirt that's, I don't know, 10 years old, from the bottom of my drawer. And like, I haven't worn this in a while. I just don't care.
I know, right?
I care about different things. And so holidays have changed for me. Christmas has changed for me. I do focus on it being, the birth of Christ. I kind of like thinking about that. And our church does a good job at Christmas.
Sure.
Does a good job at Christmas.
Yeah.
And, but for them, it's about the numbers, right?
Right.
For them, it's how many Christmas services, and I'm like, it's not about that, man. It's about one.
Right.
Just focus on one person.
Right. Yep.
So it's different, man. I love the holidays. I love Christmas. It's a busy time, and I try to pull back away from that and just focus on family and and just, it starts to end the year, right? So, you know me.
Right.
I know
right.
you and your planning.
I know, be reviewing, But we'll talk about that next week because we'll talk about New Year's.
Yep.
Then we'll get back down to business.
All the resolutions we
That's right.
follow.
Put the Christmas box in the Christmas tree in the box. Get rid of all the fun stuff and let's get down to work.
I'll tell you what, though. I've had some cool firsts. I had my granddaughter come in and, at Thanksgiving, and we decorated for Christmas.
Yeah.
We put up the Christmas lights together, and just the new joys and the new. I can be present.
Yeah, right.
Right. I don't have to be drunk. I can actually know what's going on and participate and just be present for other people and love on them. It's awesome.
It's not about the presents. It's about the presents.
Dude, I just cannot believe you just came up with that gem.
Love you.
Love you too.
Hey, Brian.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Brian.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks,
Merry
man.
Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us for today's coffee chat. To contact the show, email us at podcast@sober.coffee. If you need immediate help, the AA hotline is 800-839-1686. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 800-273-8255. Remember, Mike and Glenn are sharing their own journey on the path to recovery. Any suggestions, medical or otherwise, are their own experiences and should not be viewed as professional advice. See you next week, and remember, there is a solution.
Stay safe in the city of Chicago.